Anakin's appearance in Ahsoka has major significance for the story, and what Anakin represents might have more meaning than what you think, and totally change the way you view Ahsoka's story.
This is the way. This is the way.
One of the beautiful things about art is that it's subjective. It means something different to whoever is viewing it, and I think the same thing can be said about what we are seeing unfold in the Ahsoka series. And if you're like me, you absolutely love seeing Hayden Christensen return as Anakin Skywalker. So what does his character mean? Was he just a Force ghost, or was there more to what we saw? Well, the answer is in plain sight, and the title for Part 5, Shadow Warrior, makes it pretty clear. So let's talk about how the title indicates what Anakin truly represents in the episode. The title Shadow Warrior is actually referring to Ahsoka. More accurately, it's referring to a part of Ahsoka. Let me explain. The psychoanalyst Carl Jung developed the concept of shadow self to describe things that people repress and that we choose to not acknowledge in ourselves. This part of our psyche is what is hidden from other people, which can be caused by trauma and resentment. This is illustrated in what we have seen in Ahsoka, who has to deal with leaving the Jedi Order and seeing her master become Darth Vader. She has internalized this, and Ahsoka is left questioning whether or not she is part of a legacy of death and destruction. She experiences this in the episode as she is taken back to the Clone Wars and experiences death and destruction and her place in it as a Jedi. Although your shadow self can include negative impulses like anger and resentment, it also has the potential for positive impulses too, and can play an integral role in how a person experiences the world and their relationships. As Anakin tells her, his teachings live on in her, which were passed down from his master, and so it's passed down to her. She confronts him about the dark path that legacy has led to. Anakin then tries to impart to her that he was much more than that, and that Ahsoka is much more than that too. Jung believed a person could gain a better understanding of themselves and become more balanced by working with their shadow self. This is ultimately the role that Anakin played for Ahsoka in the episode. In acknowledging that part of herself and accepting it, Ahsoka has gained a greater understanding in her world and her knowledge in the Force, which is neither truly light or dark. This Shadow Warrior is what Anakin represented, a reflection of Ahsoka that she needed to acknowledge. Her fight with Anakin was an integral fight with herself, and when she decided to throw Anakin's lightsaber away instead of killing him, she was actually accepting herself as she made her choice to live. In all of us lies good and bad. Nothing is truly good or evil. Accepting yourself for both the good and the bad, and being able to truly acknowledge yourself as the person you are, can lead to a more balanced life. This is something we are seeing explored in Ahsoka's character, and the idea of it will change how she views being a Jedi, and the implications are very exciting, which have been explored before, that the Jedi can find a balance between light and dark, such as the Bendu did in Rebels and the Jedi before. So it makes sense that the Anakin we see in Ahsoka comes across differently than we saw from his Force ghost in Return of the Jedi, because this is the piece of Anakin that lives on in Ahsoka, the master that she knows. And since the Force connects all things, I believe that part of what we saw was Anakin, but was also Ahsoka too. This concept definitely reshapes how I viewed the episode and adds more substance to Ahsoka's journey and her transformation in the episode. The balance she has found and the acceptance she has gained in herself will shape what we see in the rest of the story. So there you go. Does that change how you viewed the episode? Let me know in the comments.
So thanks for joining me today on Fatherly Fandom, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And from our families to yours, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.